I'm Adam, and this is a video about the impressive and iconic 2019 Ford Mustang Bullitt. The Ford Mustang Bullitt started back in 1968 with the production of the famous pair of sisters, the dark Highland green 1968 Ford Mustang Bullitts, made for the movie Bullitt. The movie brought this car tons of fame and recognition, and ever since then, people have been begging for another, newer version of the Bullitt to keep that history going. This 2019 Ford Mustang Bullitt is powered by a V8, but it has an incredible 480 horsepower and 420 foot-pounds of torque. This puts the Bullitt at the top of the lineup for Mustangs, with the next contender being the GT coming in with 20 less horsepower. We need to talk about the color on this car because the color is famous. This is called Dark Highland Green. This is the exact same green color that Ford started with back in 1968 on those Bullitts, and they still continue it for this Bullitt today. Just like back in 1968, this 2019 Bullitt is focused on performance. Let's move to the inside and check out a couple of the key features that separate the Bullitt from other Mustangs. This particular model that we have does feature the Bullitt electronics package. That gets you a few features, but it doesn't overload you, keeps the focus on speed. This package does come with things like Bliss with cross traffic alert, that's Ford's blind spot monitoring system. As well, this vehicle does come with touchscreen voice activated navigation, so you always know how to get to your destination. As well, this Mustang also does come with the Bang & Olufsen premium 12 speaker surround sound system. The first thing that we'll notice is these awesome Recaro leather racing seats. Now, these are an upgraded option. These seats are manual adjustment to save weight. And if you look closely, you'll notice that all of the stitching on these black leather seats is the perfect Highland green. Speaking of that green stitching, if you turn towards the door panels, you'll also notice that the stitching in the leather inserts is the same Highland green. As you'll notice when you look forward, this vehicle does have the special Bullitt steering wheel with this awesome crosshair design. You'll also notice this incredible, fully customizable display for your gauges. Simply by clicking the mode button down here on the center console, we can switch between track, snow, wet mode. All of those different modes completely reconfigure our gauge cluster to optimize the information that we need to see. The next thing that you will notice that makes the Bullitt Mustang a little different from the regular Mustangs is this awesome off-white 8-ball shifter. The last major thing that sets this Bullitt Mustang apart from other Mustangs is its MagneRide dampening system. This MagneRide dampening system constantly monitors the suspension at all four wheels to make sure that your wheels are always on the ground and you have the most stability possible, whether you're on the track or going to the grocery store. One of the other awesome features that this Mustang has is called Active Valve Performance Exhaust. What this does is it allows the driver to go into the gauge cluster and select how they want their car to sound. You can select from things between quiet, normal, track. You even have this awesome feature called Quiet Start. That way, when you want to fire up your Mustang Bullitt at 6 in the morning before you go to work, your neighbors won't have to complain that your car is idling too loud or it's disrupting their sleep. Put Quiet Start on, and that way, your Bullitt won't get to peak loudness until you're already tearing out of the neighborhood. For a car built and designed around speed, you have to believe it sounds pretty good too. Take a listen to the way that the exhaust differs when I go from normal mode to quiet mode. When you put the Active Valve Performance Exhaust in quiet mode, it actually closes off the inside two tailpipes and only outputs exhaust notes from the outer two, effectively cutting the exhaust note in half on this car. Thanks for watching today's video. I hope it taught you a couple things about the iconic and impressive Ford Bullitt Mustang. If you do have any more questions or you'd like to come down and see this awesome Bullitt in person, you can visit us here at Jack Schmitt Ford at 1820 Vandalia Street in Collinsville, or visit us online at jackschmittford.com.